Hi everyone, day 29. Oh my god, 2 more days. And today I am, first of all, coming to you from, one of my favorite places in Paris, Luxembourg Garden. Just gorgeous. And what I absolutely love in Paris is that every park has so many benches and just loose chairs, these like big metal chairs that you cannot just carry off, but they're like just everywhere in the park. So I'm sitting on one of the chairs right now, and just in an alley of trees. On my way home, I spent the morning here. I have some sessions in the afternoon, so I'm going to go and have lunch at home and get ready. So what I want to talk about today is something that is staying with me from my conversation in the group gathering, in the community gathering yesterday. And, all of us who are dreaming of being loved or feeling loved, all of us who dream of being in relationships with other people, we want a feeling, we want to receive a feeling that we're not even sure, we want a feeling that we don't even know. And that is why, in my opinion and in my experience and in my observation, it's so difficult for us to be satisfied in relationships, because we keep on wanting to feel something that to quench a thirst, to quench a need, to fill a lack, but we're not even sure what that feeling is supposed to feel like or where exactly it can come from. So I'm talking about unconditional love. We all want to be loved unconditionally, right? And yet the way we talk to ourselves, and each other, but I always feel that it starts with us, right? The way we relate to other people, the way we talk to them, the way we expect from them is a direct reflection of our own inner dialogue. So if you are very demanding, if you are very rigid, if you are very strict and perfectionist and critical with yourself, that's exactly how you'll show up to others. And, again, unconditional love wasn't really modeled to us. Most of us don't really know what that feels like, to be loved unconditionally. Because what does that mean? It means whether you're a good girl or a bad girl, or good boy or bad boy for that matter, you're loved. Like, there is no punishment, there is no criticism or judgment. It doesn't mean that there are no boundaries, right? Like, unconditional love is not something, in fact, come to think of it, I'm not sure that unconditional love is something that we can receive from outside, because people will, other humans will be conditional in their regard to us because they are in relationships with us. The only entity that can love us unconditionally, I find, this is what I found in my journey, is my own inner higher self, which is also the universe within, right? So the only entity that can love us unconditionally is the universe. Whether we've made mistakes, we've screwed some things up in our life or not, the universe loves us unconditionally. The source loves us unconditionally. And since the universe and the source are present within, and we are but a germ, a seed representing the universe, the only entity that can really, really learn to love us unconditionally is ourselves. So what does that even mean? Because we've never witnessed it, we've never experienced it. Most of us, maybe not never, I should never say never, but most of us really don't understand what that means. And it starts with us. It starts with our inner dialogue, and it starts with removing the criticism and judgment and escape from the present moment, right? So, for example, anytime we do something that we deem unworthy or we deem as a mistake, we often put ourselves down. Then the feelings that come up from like that criticism, shame or guilt, it's so poisonous, it just shuts us down to ourselves. So we remain on that surface of just like feeling guilty, feeling ashamed, and we don't go any deeper, which is, and so what I'm proposing instead is, when you feel that you've made a mistake, or when you are in the process of judging yourself, can you suspend the judgment for a moment and actually allow yourself to go, what is it that I'm actually feeling? What is the pain? Where is it stemming from? What would I have rather done? What should I have rather said? Give yourself grace to understand what would you have done differently to make yourself feel better, to feel better about this situation, or to feel like you would be more in integrity if you were to behave this other way. Because again, that stuckness in judgment and criticism and self-punishment prevents us from going deeper and growing and evolving with ourselves. So yeah, this is what I kind of wanted to share today, is that really watch your inner dialogue. This is what you bring with you to every relationship. And of course, the most important relationship, the foundational relationship, is our relationship with ourselves. So how can you devote some more time, some more grace, some more space to get to know yourself, to understand the way you process things, to understand your inner dialogue, and start extending some compassion to yourself. For me, everything changed from that. When I started becoming my own biggest supporter, my own biggest hero, my own biggest protector, my own lover, when I learned to pierce the judgment that is so familiar and go beyond, that's when everything changed. When I became compassionate and unconditional in my positive regard toward myself, I was able to take this to all of my relationships with others. And of course, people I love, people who are with me in my relationships, intimate relationships, benefited most, as did I, of course. So this is kind of what I'm musing on this morning, and I will see you tomorrow.